Hello there, today we'll be doing combination number 2. So in combination sum number 2, we will be given these candidates and this is our output. So in order to get all the outputs, all unique combinations, we will need to try every single combination and we cannot repeat the same combination. So we will need to skip the same item if there happens to be 2 of the same items. Well, by skip, I mean skip the start point. We do not want to skip the item completely because, as you can see here, there's a 1, 1, 6. How backtracking works is that we start here and we go all the way to the end. Then we start skipping one item at a time. From the end. So we start skipping the 7. So we have these items and this one. Then we start skipping the 6, and then we grab this one and this one. Then we start skipping the 5, and we grab those, skipping the 2 and the 1. You will see this pattern if you just go through it multiple times. So when that happens, we can see that we can start at 1. When we skip 1, we can start at this particular 1. And we don't want that because we see that if we start here, we can obtain the 1, 2, 5 by skipping this 1. And by skipping this 1, we can grab 1, 2, 5 again. This will result in 2, 1, 2, 5 combinations, which is not possible. Which is a limitation of this particular problem, which we do not want. So we will be skipping that particular starting point. And once we do, we can complete this problem easily by collecting the sums, by adding 1 plus 1 plus 2, and so on and so forth. Going through our items. If it goes over our target sum, then we skip. And if it goes over our total number of items here, we also skip. Once we find the correct items, so let's say 116 by skipping the 5, here we will add that to our results. And with that, we will have completed our problem. So let's check it out. So result equals empty array. Subset is equal to empty array. The combination candidates will need to be sorted, and we can define our backtrack. So our backtrack will take in 2 things. It will take in that index, and it will take in a current sum. Now, if the current sum is equal to the target, then we will set the we'll append this current subset into the results and then return. Otherwise, if the current sum is greater than the target or the I is greater or equal to the length of candidates, that means we are out of bounds. And we can return immediately. Otherwise, let's start building up our subset. And add the next item. Okay, with that, we are going to add up all these items all the way to the end until we start returning. Okay, with that, once we start skipping, we're going to start skipping now. So, and then start backtracking without that item. So this is a new start point. So this means at this particular point, we need to skip the item if it's the same item index. So if candidates, first thing we need to do is I plus 1 is less than the length of candidates because we don't want to go out of bounds. And the candidates at I equals candidates I plus 1. We do this with while loop because there can be multiple ones. And we need to do this so that we don't repeat the same result by starting at the same value. Okay, with that, we are complete with this problem, and we can run backtrack at 0, 0. Then we can return the results. Let's run it with all the example cases. And let's submit the results. All right, so there is a speed up. Well, let's go over the code first one time. So, of course, we start with a subset that is empty. We have a sorted items. We have a results. We have a subset. And we have a current sum. And let's have an I as well. So now we have an I here. This is going to be our start point. And we're going to grab the first I. Now we move the start point forward, of course, with the I. And now we have 1, 1. Then we move it forward one more time. We have 1 plus 1 plus 2. And with the 5, we have gone over our 8 target, as our target is currently 8. So that means we return at this particular moment. And we can start at this start point at 2. We'll be skipping 2 now. And try 1, 5. And we will try, is still under, so we try 6, and that is over. So we skip the 6, and we skip the 5. Now, we move on, and we just try the 6. And we have 116, that is equal to 8, so we add this to our results. Now, we try the next item, and it goes over our limit. So we go all the way back to the 1, and we skip the 1 now. And we just go straight up and try the 2. We try the 2, and we add the 5 on. Of course, that is equal to 8, and we get our second result. With that, we are going to return, and we try to skip the 2. We try the 5, and then we try the 6. Of course, that returns, and so we're done there. So we're ending up without the 5 and without the 6, and we once now try without the first 1. So now we have yes, we try without the first 1. And so now we have a 1, and we just try 1. We just try 1, 7, and that's going to be our 1, 7 here. So now we have 1, 7, and that means we can start skipping again because we have found our item. And now we can move the start point to the first item, 1. Of course, that is skipped here because we don't want to repeat 1, 2, 5. So we move on to a start point to start with 2. And now we have 2, and then we try 5, and then 2, 5, 6. 2, 5, 6 is over. So we go back, and we skip 5, and we go straight up to 6. Now 2 and 6 is equal to 2, 8, and we're done here. Of course, we go back, and we can try 5. We start at 5, and we move forward. And that's over, and we just start skipping there. So we try 6, and then 7, that's over. And then, of course, we try 7, and that's over. So we go back, and we try just 10. Of course, that's also over 8 as we add these up. So now we have a result of 116, 125, and 17, and 26. All right, with that, I think we have gone over a problem twice. We have talked about how we're going to do it, and we have implemented the solution. So one thing to note is the runtime. The runtime is 2n because we'll be choosing whether to include one item or not at every single turn, and that provides a different combination. This is 2 to the 7. Of course, in this particular case, we have a duplicate, so we'll be skipping 1, and so it'll be 2 to the 6, basically. With that, we have completed the problem. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Want more videos, check the link in the description below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.